Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's Logan from Calling Our Shop, back with some more MLB picks on the Sunday, August 22nd. Guys, it's the weekend. We had a great record yesterday. Let's keep it going into today. Let's make some money. Sun is shining, birds are chirping. It's great opportunities today for some good baseball picks. That's why we're here, right? Right now, at this very moment, we are sitting at 7738 subs. Yes, guys, only 12 away from 7750, which would make us 250 away from our ultimate 8K goal. So can we get those 12 subs today? If you're watching this video and you aren't subscribed, mash that subscribe button for us. It really does help us grow. Short-term goals, but 8,000 subs by football season would be so great. Football season is going to be a big time on this channel, and we cannot wait. Also, consider becoming a COS All-Star. All these people on our scrolling list are current COS All-Stars. You guys are the real MVPs. You guys are the real reason why we make all these picks videos. And you know, it's a lot of work waking up and doing it, but I do it for you COS All-Stars. You guys keep me going, especially when times are tough. So, big shout out to you guys. And also, a big shout out to Moonbet, who is sponsoring this video. If you're interested in buying some Moonbet tokens, because COS is going to the moon, we love partnering with Moonbet. If you're interested in buying those tokens, like I just mentioned, first link in the description below for that. Use our promo code. And you know what? Moonbet, great organization and great sportsbook and casino to be a part of. So let's recap last night. 3-2 record-wise. Guys, we were so disgustingly close to 4-1. Yeah, Lauer case, cashed that one, and Maeda outs, cashed that one. Those were two player props. We went 2 for 2 in player props. We love to see that. Shout out to our Twitter friends for those. Our Twitter friends are back today, helping us with some picks. I love it. Yankees run line, cashed that one as well. So, and then that was one of the run lines. The other run line was the Braves run line, which was a disgusting beat. I'm wearing a Fresh Beats shirt, which is hoping to change the tides for us today, because I cannot stand losing covers by garbage home runs in the bottom of the ninth inning. That is disgusting. It made me sick to my stomach last night. Oh, man. And the Oakland no-run first inning L. We're getting a little cold on no-run first innings. We're going to take a break for that with that today. But we do have 2 player props and 2 run lines. Let's start with the run lines. Where are we starting? Braves versus Orioles. I'm taking Braves run line -1.5 at -115 odds. It was a disgusting beat yesterday. I'm sure the Orioles in the clubhouse will pop the champagne. Heck yeah, we finally covered. And they were spraying the champagne everywhere. That was their World Series. It was disgusting how they just had to hit that home run to blow the cover for us. But nonetheless, here we are today with Toussaint. Toussaint, 2 earned runs in each of his last 3 games pitched. Really good starting pitcher. I feel great about him today. And John Means is on the mound for Baltimore today. 4, 6, and 1 earned runs in each of his last 3 starts. Yeah, I mean, Means has been giving up earned runs all year pretty much. You know, ever since he came back from his injury, it just hasn't been the same, right? Means is coming in there with that 5.5 ERA at home. Camden Yards, definitely a hitter-friendly ballpark. The Braves have shown us lots of evidence that they can get those runs on the boards, right? Atlanta, batting .266 on the road in August. So I always ask myself, can these teams bring the bats to the road, right? That's a lot of them have crazy home and road splits at Colorado Rockies, right? But the Braves are definitely showing us evidence that they're in these games, they're putting up some runs, and if it weren't for that disgusting bottom of the ninth inning home run yesterday, we would have covered again. So, Baltimore, 29th in bullpen ERA. Definitely some runs in the back half of this game. Run opportunities, I should say, because, like I said, when you're picking baseball, runs aren't guaranteed. Heck, you've seen some final scores. You've seen some crazy stuff, right? But the run opportunities should be there. Now, Braves bullpen, don't go give up a garbage cover home run again like you did yesterday. But Atlanta, 8th in runs, 15th in hits. I expect them to keep that offense going today and to cover for us today. I feel good about it, Braves. So don't prove me wrong. Let's get back on that covering track and put the Orioles back in the dirt like they belong. Now moving on to our next pick, Mariners versus Astros. I'm taking Astros run line -1.5, +115 odds. Hey Astros, it's been a while, right? I took a break from picking them. They were definitely one of my most profitable teams all year. But hello, I'm back. I see what you do the last 2 games, so don't let me down today. Valdez coming in there with that 3.1 home ERA for the Astros. Pretty solid home ERA for Valdez. You know what? He's sometimes capable of giving up those bad games, but at home, I like our boy today. Houston batting .261 at home during the month of August. So we definitely love to see that. Houston should bring the bats. I mean, have you seen what they've been doing run wise versus the Mariners? 15 and 12. Yeah, please keep that going for us today. Bring the bats. They're facing Anderson today. Anderson coming in there with that 4.9 road ERA. Definitely some run opportunities off of Anderson. Houston, great offense. Said it before, I'll say it again. First in hits, first in runs, and first in Ks. That's a great offensive team I love in the Astros. They make me feel good about picking them because I've seen what they've done season long, and I see that they should be able to put up some runs, right? Hello, more runs equals wins. I don't know if you guys knew that, stating the obvious, but just got to remind you. And if we come down to bullpens, Houston does have the slight bullpen advantage, in my opinion, and also stat-wise, the bullpen ERA, Houston is lower than Seattle. So I do like them for the value. Again, you're giving me plus 110 for a really good offense. Look, Valdez doesn't have to go out there and pitch perfect because the Astros might just be able to outscore them. That's what they've been doing in this series, and that's what they've been doing a lot of this year, is just flat-out outscoring the other teams. And covering with ease. Come on, Astros. I expect them to do the same today at that plus 110. I will take a shot at it. And moving on to our player prop portion of it, we have 2 player props. Those were our 2 run lines, and it comes courtesy of our Twitter friends, right? White Sox versus Rays. Taking Archer, strikeout total under 5.5 Ks, minus 125 on this one. Shout out Vaughn on Twitter for this. Archer's making his first start since April. So, rusty, sure, absolutely, he could be. And he shouldn't see past 4 or 5 innings pitched. You know what? These teams don't really want to rush these starting pitchers back from injury, especially, Archer. So work opportunity is definitely going to be a limiting factor for Archer today. When you're picking a strikeout total under, there's lots of things that can go in your favor for the under rather than the over, right? High pitch count as well. Let's see. And 6 of the last 9 and 6 of the last 10 starting pitchers versus the White Sox have went under this line. So again, White Sox lineup is by no means a swing and a miss team. A lot of the time they make these starting pitchers work for it, right? They're just fouling off a ton of balls, driving up the pitch count, like I just mentioned. That's a limiting factor. We always talk about that. White Sox, 13th lowest in K percentage over the last 2 weeks. Pretty solid. Like I said, they make you work tongue-tied. They make you work for those outs, right? They're a great offensive team. Their lineup is menacing. They've got a really good top half of the lineup, and they've even got some really good hitters in the bottom half of the lineup. There's just always runners on base when you're pitching against the White Sox. And strikeouts just don't come easy. So that's why we're locking in Archer strikeout total under 5.5. That's no easy number by any stretch of the imagination. And at that minus 125 value, I like it. So we'll lock that one in. And moving on to our second player prop, it comes in Tigers versus Blue Jays. We're taking Mats under 17.5 outs. Minus 125. Yes, if you don't have this line, it might be just a BetMGM thing, but I use BetMGM and I like their book, so we'll go ahead and lock this one in. Shout out to @PropBetGuy on Twitter for this one. Really great analysis, right? Mats has went under in 16 of his 22 games pitched and 10 of his last 11 starts. So Mats has just not been hitting this number. It might be an overreaction to what Ryu and Robbie Ray did against the Tigers. They're setting this line pretty high because you've seen what those starting pitchers have done, right? Detroit, 4th in plate appearances this year. So what does that mean for the under and outs? Like we talked about with Maeda yesterday, higher plate appearances mean higher pitch count, which means the Tigers batters are just not getting out. They're not going swing and a miss. They're not making it easy for Mats, right? Mats was one of those pitchers that I leave out of the Robbie Ray and Ryu territory because those 2 pitchers are more talented than Mats. Sorry, Mats, it's not personal. I'm just speaking opinion on that one. But Detroit is also 12th best in OPS since the All-Star break. More evidence that even though the Tigers sometimes swing and miss and balls in the dirt, we've seen that happen before, right? If you've ever bet Tigers, like me, they're an annoying team with strikeouts and quick outs, but we're feeling really good about Mats. If you look at, like I said, his season total, look, 10 of his last 11 starts went under. So they're setting this line. As a Robbie Ray and Ryu indicator line, but Detroit has kept 8 of last 9 lefty starters under this line prior to Ray and Ryu. So again, the law of averages come back down to earth, and we're locking in Mats under 17.5 outs. I mean, that's a lot of outs. a lot of things can go just like even though this isn't a K prop, even a lot of things can work in your favor for an out total under. I mean, it's a mouthful saying all these words, but a lot of things can work in your favor. So we like that. Pitch count, all sorts of stuff like that, and that's why we were locking in that one. Minus 125 value, absolutely, give it to me. So let's recap the picks though one last time. Braves run line, Astros run line, Archer under in strikeouts, and Matt's under and out. Thank you guys so much. You guys are the absolute best community. Let's win some money today. Let's go into next week on a good note. As always, let me know your favorite plays of the day down below in the comments. Love to hear what you guys are playing. Maybe I'll tail some of you guys' bets. I love to hear your analysis and your research. As always, I'll be back tomorrow. Go check out Austin's fantasy videos in the meantime. Great content and great preparation for your draft. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.